Guys, the peaches on our little peach tree down here are falling down. So I just brought a bag to collect some already. As we got already more fruits yesterday from our neighbor, I need to think about what to do with peaches. This is the second tree. I think they are all the same. They do vary in size, but it is all white flesh and a little bit reddish skin when they are ripe. These ones are just massive, but they don't. Here they are. They don't seem to be ripe just yet. They are growing on another terrace on our land. So these ones here, here's another one. The one where we just picked, it's lower. Maybe they have a different kind of sun exposure. And these ones are all massive once they are ripe. These are also not ripe. They are concurrents to my pumpkins. My pumpkins are the same size. Let's catch peaches. It is later than last year that I processed the peaches, I just realized. But they were not ready before the weekend, and then we had now a super busy weekend with a birthday party, and I could not process peaches, and now it's Tuesday and I urgently have to. I am every day passing the trees and picking up peaches from the ground, actually. It is extremely windy, so I will not use my microphone today. Let me just explain to you. We are picking fruit from 3 peach trees. We have one in front of the house, a big one. There, behind the olive tree. There seems to be a baby of that one because it's just growing in the wall. And there, behind there, is another one. The third one there doesn't have fruit this year because we chopped it down when we moved in here because we couldn't pass with the moving truck. And then there is my crooked one down here. And I think they're all babies of the big one. Like this one is the mother tree and he is the baby, but she suffers. And more on the floor. Well, she is really suffering every year, but she's giving fruit. Looks like this part is dead. I need to chop it off again. It's an extremely windy part in Ireland, so it's not a surprise that it's hard for her, but giving fruit, I left some for now, and I'm going to the other trees because they didn't come off so easily. And there we are again. One more. Now it's really like this. Every 5 minutes I'm passing at the peach trees, there is a fallen peach. This is the mother tree. And there is one of the daughters just in the wall. Peach tree just took care of itself. I wanted to prune that part actually. It's quite high, but the peach trees are carrying too many fruits and are very thin branches, so it just broke off. We need to cut that a bit nicer, but right now we're not allowed to cut or do much farm work in general. I am not a big fan of peaches, let's face it. Raw, I eat them now because we have the tree, but honestly, I don't buy peaches in the supermarket, and I would not have planted a peach tree. But now we have so many peach trees that we need to process them. So if I have to peel peaches for my recipe, not gonna do it. So I did a jam, just mashed them, and that was fine last year. And I dried slices, and I was also fine. I was okay with the skin. So that's what I did this year again. Because I also don't want to let them go to waste just because I don't love peaches. I will be using the same method as with drying tomatoes. I just use a black pan in the sun. I hope it's still hot enough, so we don't need to use the drying machine, the dehydrator. I had already yesterday prepared and cleaned a lot of peaches and froze quarters, and now it's bubbling. Up there are my glasses. I have here 1,000 glasses. I just said yesterday that we will use my favorite method, sun dehydration, to dehydrate the peaches, but it's raining. So we will do it with the dehydrator because the peaches already don't look great anymore. To prevent mold, we need to do it. I'm gonna clean this and we will do dehydration. I try to fill it up with whatever I want else to dehydrate. Oh, this is all there. They're starting to become a bit mushy. The jams, we made 2, 4, 9 glasses, 10 actually. And you know, it would be amazing if our kids liked the dried fruits, but it's probably not gonna happen. So I'm thinking if I want to try out this year the fruit leather. So I am going to make another like jammy kind of thing, but spread it out and dry. What do you think? I am only slicing the sides, not in half. That's too big for me. I'm doing like this and like this, cutting down around the pit, the seed, or how you say. And then I'm thinking, as I'm not doing another jam now, I'm just going to freeze the cubes. Yeah. Cubes. Find a freezer bag. Some container. There we have a container. Smoothies and whatever we would like to do, and even if I decide to get rid of it in another jam, it's possible. let's come back in 5 hours then. Let's check the peaches from our dryer. I'm not sure how dry they should be to actually store them. Today is a sunny day again, so I will check now which ones appear to be dry enough, store them, and the ones that are still, that were too thick or something, go in the sun. Dry, wet, wet. Is this how I should determine? I don't have a clue. That's pretty dry, but still wet. I mean, you might want them a bit more chewy, right? Because then if they're too dry, you don't need to eat them, do you? Don't want them to get moldy either, but how do you know? Tell me. Tomatoes go into the tomato jar. But they are more dry than our sun-dried ones, definitely. Oh, they are dry, dry. This one's dry. And a sunny spot. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it here, stick around, click the subscribe button, and let me know, what are you doing with peaches, and especially what do you like to see on our channel. I am processing again a batch of peaches because when you have a fruit tree, and especially more than one of the same species, they are all ripe within the same week. Today I'm doing fruit leather for the first time, and I'm showing you the results of the dried peaches. I will dip them or sprinkle them with some white chocolate before storing. See you all next week. Bye bye! The fruit leather smells amazing. 2 hours passed, but it looks super dry. Let us check what's going on. Pause. Yeah, that's probably dry, and I spread it too thin. Looks like paper. Okay, let's check. Ah no, this is a wet part. There it's dry. Very sweet. It's promising. The edges are dry and leathery and peeling off quite nicely. Let's roll it up. Definitely nice. I noticed now the fruit leather on the bottom was more dry than the others, so I changed them around in the dehydrator. Then, short taste testing. You need to trust me, but I do enjoy the peaches dry. The skin doesn't bother me as much as in a fresh fruit. And with white chocolate, because they are a bit tangy, a little bit sour. And then you have them here with a bit of white chocolate. Perfect. I love this combination. Nice treat. Need to see what the kids think. My jam, it's a bit like a fruit sauce. You see, it's not extremely runny, but it's not like a gelée or something. It's not gelled hard. I do not use pectin or sugar with pectin or anything. I do usually add the skin of a lemon. But look, this is the consistency that you get. So for me, that's quite jammy. That's good enough. I mixed it with a mixing stick, puree, whatever. You just go with whatever recipe you find for jam. The amount of sugar depends how long you want to store it, but this is also depending on the acidity of the fruit. Also, how much it gels by itself is also depending on the plant. So I usually don't add pectin to my jams. Most fruits gel just fine. You can cook them down. You can make a test on a cold plate, for example. You put a little bit, a spoonful of your jam, let it cool down there, and if it's like hardening there, then it's fine enough. Because it's really hard to get a specific sugar here. If you have granulated white sugar, that works just fine. And there are some fruits that are gelling more, like if you add some apple skin, if you add some citrus, they are having natural pectin to help you gel your jams or gels or whatever you would like to make.